Alright guys, what I'm going to be doing today is just doing a clutch cylinder replacement on a Ford Fiesta 1.4 TDCI. Right, so what you want to be doing is you've got the clutch master cylinder. It's just there where you can see the pry bar being poked in. And at the minute I've got both the clips off already. So you want to take the top pipe off and the bottom pipe. You can see the bottom pipe runs just underneath this metal pipe here. So once you've got them off, you'll be able to pull it back through into the car once you've unbolted it. Now, what I'll do is I'll show you the easiest way I found to get both these clips off. So the first one at the top, you can see here, this one's quite easy to get to when you're down the back of there. So you just literally get a flat blade screwdriver or a little pry tool like this. You can just stick it in there. I'll get my trusty assistant to help me. So you just stick it in there and pry it out. Now with the second one, as you can see, with that metal pipe being in the way, what you need to do is you need to get either this pry tool or a flat blade screwdriver and just flick onto the top of it and keep pushing until it unclips on the top. And if you put enough force on it, it should take the bottom of the clip with it, which should make it a bit easier. And there you go. So you can see how that's taking the top only and pushing it across. It's taking both sides of the clip, and now the little thing, the plugs come out, but obviously you take that out before you fit it anyway. Right, so what you need is you need to grab a small screwdriver. You want to be getting just up there, and it'll start off just down at the bottom here. So if you just try and like sort of pickle it sort of around there until you get to about halfway up the pin, and then you want to switch to a bigger screwdriver sort of around this sort of size, and they are a pain to get off. What I found is if you start off this side of it and use this part of the clutch pedal to pry on this side, and that'll get this side up on that side as well, so you can just pry it up on there. And then if you force the screwdriver up this way so it goes around the back of the clutch pedal, you can use that to pry up on this side, so you've got 2 points of prying it up so you avoid bending it. So what you're trying to achieve is getting it off so it stays more or less straight. It doesn't matter too much about these fins coming out too much, because to get it back on you need just to put a socket that's as big as the outside ring over the top of it and just whack it a couple of times and it will go back down to where it was. Right, and then once you've got that washer off there, or the split pin, whatever you want to call it, once that's off there, you've got 2 bolts, one just here, one just there to take out. And then this whole assembly, once you pop the clutch pedal off, which if you get the 2 bolts out, this assembly should be able to move a bit more freely, to be able to move across to get it out. Once I've got them 2 bolts off, I'll let you know what size they are and then I'll show you how to get it off. Now you can see, got those 2 bolts out there, 2 10mm bolts on top and bottom. Now I've got that out, you should be able to just pry this over a little bit. Just pop that off the end of there, get the screwdriver in there, and just pry that off the top of that pin, and just watch that the clutch pedal might keep smashing in the end. So once you've got them 2 bolts out there, you've got the arm off the pin at the top. There's 6 bolts holding the whole of the pedal assembly to the bulkhead. So you've got 2 bolts there, top and bottom, 2 bolts there, and then a bit further around you've got, just behind the throttle pedal, you'll have another 2. Yeah, so 6 bolts under there. Once you've got all these out, these are what the nuts look like. So you'll have 6 of them. So then you'll be able to pull the pedal assembly forward, and then these clips just behind here. So you've got a clip there at the bottom, there, and you've got another one up at the top, just in the middle, just there. With this, you'll push it down and then out that way, and then it'll pop off. Right, so now what I found is to get this off a bit easier is because there's a spring that holds the clutch pedal back, puts it back in the right position, is actually attached to the back of this. You can just see there, hoops through the back. So this bolt that holds the clutch pedal on, which is a 15 on this side, you can see the spanner, and a 13mm on the other side. Just undo that so that you can get the pedal out, just to feed the spring around the back of that. Right, so now we've got it back on. So I've had to put the bolt back in there, just hold the plate back in, wedge the screwdriver up the back just to stop it moving back and forth too much. And then you need to basically put the spring on the pedal, and in the back of there's a little hole in the back where the spring sits in, so that allows you then to be able to move this assembly here down and across, so you can get these lugs back in the side of the bracket. And then after you've done that, you can put the arm back on for the cylinder, and then you want to put this back on. There's a little washer, and I've used a 10mm deep reach socket that you can see here, just to put that over the end of there, and then press down on the socket just to be able to get it back in. Right, so now, as you can see, got everything back on. So you've got the 4 bolts there, and 2 more back here, one at the top just above that. Put the split pin back on for the master cylinder arm, pinch bolt that holds the clutch pedal in, so that's a 15mm this side, 13 that side. It doesn't matter which way around you put the bolt in as long as it gets in. 2 10mm bolts on there, they're tightened up, and the clutch switch back in as well. I recommend you take that out just because it gets in the way a little bit. Yeah, now that's all sorted, back on, I'm going to do show you the hydraulic lines. Right, so now I've done all the work already, but as you can see, you just put those 2 pipes back on there, so you'll have the plugs on there. You just pull the plugs out, pull the clips back out again, and then just slide the pipes back on, put the clips back in place. Then you want to fill this reservoir bottle up to the fill mark, and then what you need to do is come round here. So you want to turn that half turn towards you, let that bleed off, just checking that you don't run out of fluid in that the reservoir, and just bleed that off. Just as a better example, I'll show you with the old one. So you want to grab this with the pipe on the end, get a spanner on the end, or fingers, turn it off, half a turn towards you, or quarter turn towards you. Wait till all the air stops coming through the pipe, so you just have clean fluid all the way through, no bubbles. And then once it's stopped, turn it off, quarter turn back towards the back of the car, towards the bulkhead. Might be best if you just get two people, yourself and another person. One of you pressing down the clutch and the other just bleeding that, opening and closing that nipple, the bleed nipple. So basically what you want to do is just keep pressing the clutch pedal in and out, in and out, in and out while the nipple's open. Close it while the pedal's on or in. Close the nipple, let off the pressure, test the pedal, see whether it's feels right pressure wise, and if it's not, you just keep checking this pipe as well for air, so you don't want any bubbles in that, basically, in that line. Right, so I'm going to wrap this video up here, and hope this has been a good guide to helping you fit your clutch master cylinder to a Ford Fiesta TDCI or any other model of Ford Fiesta. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.